Hello, hello, everybody. Bear, can you
How's it
hear us
going?
now? I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Something was funky with my headphones connected. So
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I'm good. How are y'all?
Oh, we're good.
Good.
We are good. Let's see here.
Crazy busy
Tyler,
day. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
oh,
Ooh.
yeah. If you want to do the shout outs, Tyler, I'm going to kind of fix our layout real quick.
I don't have control.
Oh,
I
I
don't have.
forgot. I need to fix that. Okay. Miss Nikki, yeah, she shouts Bear out, but not me. Got to be the first one here to cheer on my friend Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. James
Going on?
Perry, how are you this evening, sir? Hey, Eric, how are you? I don't know who this guy is, but he keeps trolling me. Mr. Sammy. What's up, Sammy?
Sammy knows everybody.
Yes. Hey, Tara, how are you?
Patrick, what's going on, man?
Mr. Patrick, what's up, man?
Getting you that
So-
female this weekend.
What's that?
Said I got a female for him this weekend. He's picking that female up he got on the auction last week.
Very nice. So, Bear, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Bear.
I'm Bear. That's right.
Bear Harold. Let's see. I got a lot of other nicknames. Something about Grumpy Santa and Bad Santa and there's a lot of them follow me around. But anyway, I'm from Northeast Arkansas, Red Onion Reptiles. Everybody asks me why the Red Onion Reptiles, so I'll just get that out of the way right at the front. Where I live is a place called Red Onion, and it's right on the state line.
Oh wow.
I'm about a mile from the Boot Heel of Missouri, and it's not a town, it's not a community. We don't have a sign. I always tell everybody I'm the mayor of Red Onion, and if you know where Red Onion's at, then that gets a laugh. But anyway, that's the Red Onion Reptiles.
Throwing us all around.
I don't know what.
I live right in the middle of cotton country for the most part.
Oh,
Nice,
really?
nice.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I said
I'm sorry. I'm the one. I'm over here messing with our layout, trying to get stuff looking a little bit more professional, and here I am just trying to be able to get the sponsors shown down there at the bottom. Okay, there we go. All right. Passcode. What's up, man?
That's
going
Buddy
on?
Craig.
So I've met you at the show. I think I've seen you in. Have you done any of the NARBC Arlingtons?
No, I was at Dallas. That's the first NARBC I did. And,
oh, okay.
I don't do a ton of shows. I do the one at Jacksonville, Arkansas, pretty regular, and I've started doing one at South Haven, Mississippi, and Jackson, Tennessee, and I've done a few others, but I've kind of narrowed it down to those three. So
how did you like the Dallas show?
It was fun, but I didn't make any money.
Yeah, I think Tyler was in the same boat.
Yes,
it was kind of an interesting show because my son went with me, and he's really not involved in this at all. But I talked him into going with me because it was such a long drive, and I made him drive about halfway back. So it was nice having him there, and I think he had a good time, even though he's really not into this. He's a welder, so
okay.
he stays on the road most of the time. It just so happened he was at home when I went to that, so I conned him into going down there with me. But,
yeah.
I gotta say, shows are really not my thing. I do them because I need to, or I feel like I need to. Kind of get my name out there, and some of these local shows I can move some snakes that are a little harder to move online, and I hope at some point I get to where I don't have so many of those.
Right.
But
That's
anyway,
the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so how far was the drive for you guys to Dallas?
About 7.5 hours, I think, if I remember right.
Nice. Is that the farthest show you guys have done?
Yeah, I pretty well, these little shows. I started out saying I'd go 4 hours, and I've kind of amended that to 3. And
Gotcha.
it really doesn't, the driving doesn't bother me that much as much as it's, you get out of a show and it's, 5:30, 6 o'clock by the time you get out of there, get packed up and get on the road. And then I drive 4 hours home, and I get home at 10 o'clock, and then I got to unload. At least I got to unload the animals, and put them in the building here. I usually don't take them out of the displays. I just set them in the building till in the morning. But still yet, by the time I just get in and get the animals unloaded and all that, it's getting late for an old man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I do it by myself. I don't have any help. That's the only show I've ever been to that I had any help. And it was great, because he helped me get stuff loaded up, and it was a lot easier on me. I wish I had somebody like that all the time, but I just don't. So, I tell everybody all the time, I don't have any friends.
Well, you need to make some more friends then.
All my friends are scared of snakes. That's my problem.
I hear you. Yeah.
I have 3 friends, and all of them are snakes, so I'll take it.
Right.
There you go.
I'm your friend, Tyler.
3 local close friends.
There you go.
That's the thing. I got a lot of internet friends.
Right.
But
Yes.
they're 3-4 hours away from me, or more.
Right.
Like Nikki. Nikki's my buddy. She's my buddy. But I looked on my GPS the other night just out of curiosity. It's 2,300 and something miles from here to where Nikki lives. So,
oh, wow.
I'm probably not going to be going to see her anytime soon.
She's in PA, right?
No, she's in Washington.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. She's in Maryland.
So that's about how far I am from Sammy.
I can't remember the name of the town she lives in, but I looked it up last night. And like I said, I want to think it was 2,347 miles or something like that. It's the first time I ever pulled anything up on my GPS, and instead of just giving it in hours, it says 1 day and 9 hours or some shit like that. So,
Great.
I thought, okay. If it says 1 day then I ain't going. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Exotic World of Geckos. Yeah, she said Washington State. So my sister-in-law lives there. I've never been. That's too big of a drive for me.
Yeah, see, I don't fly, and it's not because I'm afraid to fly. It's because I hate all the stuff that's involved in getting on the plane.
I hate
I have a very low tolerance for people in general, and specifically stupid people. So you run into a lot of that at the airport.
Oh, yes, you do.
I swore off of flying about 20 years ago, give or take, 19, 20 years ago, when all the T.A.C. stuff started, and it just I don't need it. I don't need it.
You're right.
Yeah,
hey, Justin. Hey, Chris.
I
just don't like flying because my legs.
Yeah, you are tall.
I hate flying.
That's how. So Bobby's stepdad is over 7 foot tall, and he swore off airplanes a long time ago because he's like, there is just no leg room for me, and he has a bad back. So
it's the worst.
Mine's not so much my legs as it is my belly. I told the last time we flew, I told my wife I'm never getting on another airplane unless I can fly first class, and since I can't afford that kind of rules me out. And then, like I said. After that, then all the T.A.C. stuff started, and they want to do a body cavity search every time you get on a plane, and I don't have the patience for it.
It's take your shoes off, take this off, take that off, then walk through the metal machine and put everything back on. You're just like, I'm already sweating by that time. Y'all done pissed me off. You made me stand here go through this. And one time I left a bottle of water in there, and I thought they were going to
Yeah.
arrest me. I was just like, dude,
They're nuts.
they are.
Yeah,
But I can also understand it too. So
I'm just not gonna do it. If I got to take 3 or 4 days to drive somewhere, so be it. But I don't. There's just not that much I need to see that's that far from home.
right.
Nikki's gonna come see me. That's what she told me.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, Nikki, swing by and pick me up on the way. I'm in Durant, Oklahoma.
I mean, if she's being the Uber, I mean, she can take a 30-hour drive here, pick me up, and then go there.
There you go.
Where are you?
Oh, Rochester, New York.
Oh hell.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scott, how's it going?
That Dallas trip was far.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
it was 22 or 20. It was like 22 hours down. Took 25 to get back.
Mm.
So yeah, that was that was a fun one.
Hey, Nick.
Back in another life, I used to be in a purebred hog business, and I used to travel all winter long going to hog shows, and I spent a lot of time on the road pulling a gooseneck trailer full of hogs.
Yep.
And so I put a lot of miles doing that.
Yeah.
I was a lot younger then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, what's some of your favorite projects you got going on this year?
Well, I'm a big dreamsicle fan. Dreamsicles is what got me into ball pythons. I love dreamsicles and anything that's related to dreamsicles. So obviously I'm trying to add some more genes to my dreamsicles. And then that's kind of spun off into a grail project. So I've got some grail stuff working, and then obviously that's all going to spin into holy grails. I'm probably a year, maybe a year and a half away from some stuff that'll make some holy grails, and some of those will have quite a few genes. That's the thing with the dreamsicles. A lot of people say dreamsicles are dead, but you put orange dream, yellow belly, leopard, some of that kind of stuff in with them, and there's just not a whole bunch of them around. I was actually, I've got a pied het lav clutch, and I was trying to look some stuff up on Morph Market just to try to get some kind of idea what some of these would be worth, and I can't even find some. You try to find a super orange dream, yellow belly, leopard pied het lav. There's not one on Morph Market. There's never been one on Morph Market. Unless somebody just took it down, because I looked, with the sold ones and everything, and there's not one. So
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Which is cool. I like having stuff that there's not a lot of. But
Right. I mean, one of my favorite snakes that you have is the I think cinnamon enchi dreamsicle.
Yep.
That thing is
Want to see
ridiculous.
him? He's right here.
Oh my god.
The cool part about the cinnamon enchi, everybody talks about, dreamsicles are going to yellow out and all that stuff.
Ooh. Not
This
that.
one didn't. Anyway, he's pretty cool dude.
So what's your next step with him? I know you got some like blackhead stuff in your collection. Are you thinking like that more dark, or are you like opposite going?
I don't really know. I've got a inchy lavender het pied female that I'm pairing him with.
Okay.
So hopefully I can make some more inchy cinnamons, and then maybe super inchies in the mix, and then of course like in my grail stuff, I've got a blackhead leopard double het lavender clown. So all the dark stuff seems to really work well with lavender. And matter of fact, I've got a clutch that I just moved out into the hatchling tubs last week, and it's a double het group that was out of a lavender female and my black exanthic male, and he is like black and getting blacker every day. I don't know if you've seen any of the pictures I posted of him or not, but he is unbelievable. Instead of browning out like most of the black xanthics and the xanthics do, he just gets blacker every day. So I'm really seriously trying to build a project just around him because of that. It's, just to find out if it's something that I can reproduce. And then with that, I'm pairing him with some pied females to try to make black xanthic pieds. If I could get that as black as he is in a pied, that'd be a really cool looking snake. So yeah,
So
he's right here
Powerhouse
too.
said he's scared to
I'm
see
sitting
show
right
off
here. I'm sitting right here by
your
my
big
rack that's got all
melons.
my males in it. So you see how white his belly is?
Yeah.
And then he's just black. And he was not this black when I got him as a hatchling.
It's like a
he just keeps getting darker and darker.
IMG type. Almost like IMG boa. Thing's nuts.
Mm-hmm. It's really
But anyway, I'm gonna try to do some things with him, just because he's kind of a little different.
Yeah. Do you have other black axanthic stuff, or is he kind of just like you're doing him, making your hats with him? And
I do have a black xanthic female, and she reabsorbed on me this year. I had her paired with my yellow-bellied clown-pied male, so I was headed towards making triple hets, and as I said, she reabsorbed, so that's out for this year. But she's not like him. I mean, she's more the typical black xanthic. She's kind of browned out a little bit as she ages, and so anyway.
And are they from like the same breeder, like same lineage, or are they from two?
No, they came from two different places. And as a matter of fact, the only other thing that I have that's black xanthic, I have a bumblebee female that's het for black xanthic, and I'm pairing her to him too. So we'll see. Maybe I can get some. And obviously, I don't really know about how black the black xanthic line that she came out of is, but we'll find out. I have been pairing them, so I can't remember what she was when I ultrasounded her last, but she's in shed right now. I drag her out and let you look at her. But like I said, the Grail stuff, I've got a cinnamon clown het lab and a leopard clown het lab. They're both going to my Grail. I've got a Grail male. Most of my males are visual, double visual. I've actually got 3 dreamsicle males. I've got 4 dreamsicle males. Couple of them are not quite up to breeding size yet, but I've got 2 that I'm using. And then I've got the yellow belly clown pied, and of course all that, all the projects I've got, kind of the end game at this point is Holy Grails. And now the kind of the next step, I'm trying to work hypo in here now. I think once I get the Holy Grails, I'm gonna try to make hypo Holy Grails. So I've added a few females this year, and I've got one male that's hypo that I've had for quite a while. He's a fire GHI Mojave hypo. He's a pretty boy too.
Since I've been able to say GHI hypo stuff is like my favorite stuff to hatch and just to have. They're so good looking.
He's in shed too, but with a hypo it doesn't matter.
Nope. Make them look even better.
That's like super hypo. Anyway, he's a pretty good guy.
I could have 10 of those and I'd be happy.
My daughter, she's not really a big snake fan, but this is her favorite snake. She says it's creepy that snakes can be pretty.
Yeah, that's funny. My grandpa's not a big snake person either, but he told me if I sell my GHI hypo adult female, it would kill me. So she's probably staying for a long time.
This is my Grail boy, and he's just Grail. So, but he's a pretty boy.
So how many
His
pairings, how many clutches are you looking at this year?
I'm shooting for around 20. I actually, I think I'm pairing 26 females.
Okay.
So, maybe 20 clutches. I've got 5 already. And all of them are out except for one. The last of the 5, I'll cut one day next week. I can't remember exactly. I think next Tuesday's the day to cut it. But I've got a lot of, ugly stuff.
Oh my goodness! There's no such thing as an ugly snake.
No, I mean, I'm talking about like I got that clutch that's the black xanthic to the lavender female. So I got a whole clutch of normals. It makes it easy to ID them.
Right.
But and then I got that other clutch that's it was a Ultramel Pied paired with a pastel clown. So I got triple het Ultramel Pied clowns.
You got 15 pastels.
And she got 7, and 4 of them are pastels, and I haven't sexed them yet, so I don't know about those. I got really lucky on the double hets. I only ended up with 4 babies out of that clutch. There was 6 eggs, and 1 egg went bad, and then I had 1 dead in the egg, and I cut them. And so I only ended up with 4, but I ended up with 1 male and 3 females. So it couldn't have been much better than that. So
yeah,
it'll probably bite me when I sex this other clutch of triple heads. It'll probably be a whole clutch of friggin' males or something. But anyway,
I'm scared.
It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. So it's kind of like worrying about the weather. I spent my whole life working in agriculture, some form or another, and you do that. You're dependent on the weather for everything, and you figure out at some point that there's no need in causing yourself stress about what the weather's going to do because you can't change it. So you just try to roll with the punches and go on. Somebody made a comment a while ago about the watermelons. We're right in the middle, or actually we're not in the middle. We just started picking watermelons, so we're knee deep in that right now. We're loading about 20 or 30 semis a day, trying to get them out here. And I've been posting pictures and videos on my Instagram all year long ever since we started working the ground up, just kind of keeping everybody up on what's going on, and rolling plastic out and drip tape and then setting plants out, and we actually transplant them into that plastic. And so anyway, we started loading melons Monday, and then that hurricane came through here yesterday, and we got like 3.5 inches of rain. So obviously we didn't do anything yesterday, but we got back in the field today. And so last I heard, they'd only had to hook a tractor to one of the buses one time. So I guess they're getting through the field. So, but anyway,
how many acres you got growing that many melons?
Well, it's kind of a I don't know if you call it a partnership, a co-op. There's actually 6 of us that are growing 240 acres. And the goal is, we want to make 2 semi loads per acre. So before, like in the next month, hopefully we're gonna ship out 480 semi loads of watermelons. And
oh my God!
We sent out 21 loads yesterday, and I was actually down there at the watermelon shed this afternoon, and they were loading 2 trucks, and there was another one waiting, and they had about, I'd say, at least 10 trailer truckloads sitting in the watermelon shed waiting on trucks to show up. So and we're, like I said, we're just kind of getting started, so it's not really going hot and heavy yet. Next week it'll be crazy. It'll be a solid stream of trailer trucks going in and out of there all day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, y'all check out my Instagram. I threw a couple of videos up there the other day of them of them loading them in the field and then unloading them at the watermelon shed and putting them in the boxes. So it's pretty cool.
Just hit up there, y'all. Snakes and watermelons. One-stop shop.
This is the first time I've grown any watermelon since back in the 90s, and it's changed a ton. So it's just a lot different than it was then. And everything goes in those Gaylord boxes now, if you know what that is. It's like a pallet with a big cardboard box on top of it, and we put 700 pounds of watermelons in each one of those boxes, and then that way they can handle them with a forklift. And so anyway, it's pretty cool. I eat a lot of watermelon this time of year. I just got through eating watermelon. I ate supper and had some watermelon.
I'm jealous.
I like it. I like watermelon. So.
I do too.
Buy a snake, get a free watermelon. I think that should be your sale from now on.
Man, I went to a show at South Haven, Mississippi, weekend before last, and I would have given anything if we would have had enough ripe that I could have took a box or two down there and just set them up at the show. So.
I wonder how you got to find a show that does like no food, because there's some and they are horrible. But like bring a ton of watermelon.
I've been to some you can't even get a bottle of water, man.
Oh my god!
I've quit depending on there being anything there. I've got a little cooler I take and put me some drinks and it's got a little thing in the top. I can put me some cheese and crackers in there and stuff, and keep from starving out. I've been in the farming business long enough. I can survive a week on some cheese and crackers and bottled water.
There you go.
That's great. So I'm going to play the sponsor video real quick, and we'll be right back. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. If you want to go down in the description of this video, their links are all on there. Hit them up. We love you guys. There we go.
Awesome.
Well, so Bear, how long have you been in the industry?
About 4 years. This was supposed to be my retirement gig. And I found out pretty quick when I decided to retire that I suck at it. So I literally went from my wife, when I started buying ball pythons, my wife is scared to death of snakes, by the way. She doesn't have anything to do with them. She doesn't even come out here. I think she's been in this room twice since I built this place. But when I first started buying them, she thought I'd lost my friggin' mind. And I said, so it's just going to be my retirement gig. I'm going to do this just to keep from sitting in my recliner all day, And so it literally over the course of 4 years has gone from that to now I got help 2 days a week to take care of all this stuff. So, here I am back to now I'm running 2 businesses. So I don't really farm enough to say that I farm anymore. My CPA says I can't say I'm a hobby farmer. So, but anyway, I'm not a big farmer.
You're in between.
By any stretch of the imagination. It's just I farm what I farm I own, so I can do what I want to with it. And
gotcha.
Nobody. I'm one of these. I really like to be in a situation where nobody can tell me what to do. So that's kind of where I'm at. I farm what I own, and I grow what I want to grow, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. But the whole snake thing, I was just going to get, my first thought was I'm going to get 20 ball python females, and then next year I'm going to get a few males to go with them, and I'm just going to raise a few ball pythons. Nothing. Most of the stuff. Well, I'll tell you, the first year I bought 20 females, and I spent $10,000. So I averaged $500 a snake, and there were some of those that were $100 snakes. I had like a single gene fire and a pastel, and you know the deal. And about halfway through that year, I kind of got to looking at what people were doing and kind of studying on this, and I thought, there's probably a little bit of money to be made there. So I kind of shifted gears, and I started buying a little bit better stuff, and I ended up buying, like I said, the dreamsicle thing's kind of my deal. So I bought a pied het lab female and a yellow belly pied het lab female. And then that following year, I bought that orange dreamsicle male to go with in. And I had a clutch out of each one of those last year. It worked out perfect. I made 4 orange dream, yellow belly dreamsicles, a male and 3 females. And I made 3 orange dreamsicles and 1 just regular dreamsicle, and 3 of those were females. So I sold the male, and because I've already got an OD dreamsicle, so I sold the OD dreamsicle male, and I've still got. So bottom line, I got 6 holdback dreamsicle females, and so that's I'm still kind of sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do with those, because I know I'm not going to make dreamsicles with all of them. I may with 1 or 2 of them. But that's not really the end game. They're going to get put into some other things, and I hadn't figured out exactly what that is yet. But some of it is going to for sure involve hypo, because like I said, I've been buying some hypo stuff, and I actually got 2 proven breeder hypo females. One of them is a hypo pied, and the other one is a Mojave yellow belly hypo female proven breeder. And then I bought a few more, and I ended up I won a Cypress hypo female in a raffle. So that's the cheapest snake I've ever ended up with. She only cost me $60.
Oh shoot!
So, and she's pretty, man. I mean, that Cypress hypo, she's a pretty girl. So, I'll work her in there somewhere. But like I said, I really want to get hypo worked into that. But for the time being, I'm kind of working the hypo in with my clown pied, and then that'll make it easy to work into the Holy Grail stuff. And so that's all of my projects, all kind of funnel, or not maybe all of them, but a lot of them kind of funnel into the Holy Grail stuff. So I got to get this one girl out, just in case Billy's watching this, because he always wants to see this girl. This is his seller's remorse.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how bad the lights are going to wash her out. See if I can turn these down a notch.
Yeah, I seen that one on your Instagram. She is nuts.
I always tell everybody, if I'm only going to open 1 tub a day, this is the one I'm going to open up and look at. So she is pastel, blackhead, leopard, yellow belly, clown, double het, lavender pied.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So she's got, you probably can't see it on this camera, but her eyes are like silver. You don't want to show them. They're like
Oh, yeah, I see
silver.
it.
Yeah.
You see it? She's got the coolest
Sammy.
snake I've ever
Sammy.
seen. Billy'd kill me if I sold this one.
Well, so are you making a male? Do you have a male for her, or are you gonna like make a male this season? You know, to
No,
kind of.
here. I was actually trying to find a Holy Grail male,
Mm-hmm.
and I still haven't ruled that out. If I can find the right Holy Grail male, then this guy here may end up being the backup. But this guy is a dreamsicle,
Mhm.
and he's het for clown, and
Yeah.
he's pos het MJ Exanthic
Ooh.
and possible Java. So
Mike, you just about made me spit water out my nose.
this guy uh, I think, let's see, with that female, they're 1 and 8 to make Holy Grails. And then I've also got a Grail het pied female that I got from Billy too. That of course that one and this one will be 1 and 4 to make Holy Grails.
Yeah.
And then I made 3 triple het females last year that are triple het Holy Grail.
Whew.
So they'll be 1 and 16 with him to make. And of course, the thing about it is, there's a lot of chances in there to make double hets, either make dreamsicles or grails. So, but anyway, he's the current plan for all of those. So there's 5. I got 5 females for sure that are going to go to him. And then I just I don't know, a month or so ago, I bought another female. She's let me get her. Give me a sec.
I want to see if he has anything for sale.
She may go to that boy too. She's a
Also,
pastel spot nose gravel clown het laugh.
Ooh.
oh, she's pretty.
Anyway, I mean, I bought her because she had some genes that I don't have. I get spot nose in there and gravel. So, and she's a pretty good sized girl. She was 350 or 60 grams when I got her, and I don't know exactly what she is now. I hadn't weighed her lately. But anyway, I like her too. I got a whole bunch of stuff that's pied and lavender and clown. Clown makes everything better in my book.
Yep. Amen. Yep.
Here's the Cypress hypo girl. Y'all don't mind me walking around, do you?
Nope.
Nope.
There's the Cypress hypo.
Oh, she's pretty.
She is nice.
That's my $60 snake.
Nice.
Can you show us some stuff that's for sale?
Sure.
Show and sell.
Yeah.
Stan's not here to say it.
This is one right here. This is out of the first clutch for this year. That she's kind of nice. And I haven't. I mean, they're really technically they're not for sale yet because they're not quite big enough. I won't sell anything that's not over 100 grams. But this is a beautiful girl. Oh. If you like dark, this is I think GHI lace, maybe yellow belly.
Oh. Now that's what I love the dark stuff.
And what was the parent on that one?
Okay, this is out of a pastel clown female, and then I've got this GHI fire yellow belly lace het clown male. He's the daddy, and I bought him with a group, and none of the females obviously are big enough to pair yet. So I had a couple of pastel clown females, and I put him with 2 of them, just to get something out of him. And this is a firefly clown out of that clutch that may be lace. I'm not really sure. But anyway, she's pretty bright.
Yeah. Might be lace
We're
or yellow belly
we're
too.
we're a little bit up in the air about this one, whether she's pastel and fire or pastel and lace. So we're
Need to get the lace test out. They need the
but
lace test.
you know, that was my whole deal with that group. I bought that group, a male and 3 females, and like I said, the male is fire GHI, yellow belly, lace, het clown, and then all of the females are visual clowns. And like I've got a red stripe pinstripe clown, and I got a black pastel red stripe clown, and let's see. I don't remember what
Is a black pastel a male or a female?
No, all of these are the females that go with that male. I bought them in a group. The male was het clown, and Wookie Mojave clown. That's the other one.
Ooh.
So I got those 3 females. She's really pretty. She's pretty snake too. I'll get her out. And she's getting almost big enough. She's 11 or 1200 grams now.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So did that male produce a GHI lace visual clown in either of those clutches, or
No. I've only got one of them. The other one's gravid, so I've only got one clutch out of him so far. And I got a clown that I think is probably lace male, and then I got a pastel het clown that may be lace, and then I got that firefly, and then I've got one that I think is a pastel lace clown. She's kind of pretty too. She's not quite as bright as her sister, but this is the one I think may be lace.
Sammy wants to know how many snakes you have.
I've got a few over 100 right now. And I guess probably 30-ish that are, breeding size females. And then I've got a dozen males.
How many clutches have you had this year so far?
5 so far.
5 so far.
And they're all out except one. I got one clutch that I'll cut next week, and the rest of them are all out. But they're out, but some of them are still in the incubator. I hadn't put them in. I usually leave them in the incubator for a week after they shed.
Yep.
And then I bring them out and put them in their hatchling tubs. I use that mini 10 from ARS, mini 130. Except mine's a 140. I added a level to it, so I've got a couple of those. And this is probably my favorite clutch so far this year. Of course, I love pieds, and I especially really bright pieds. And so these are out of I paired this female to both of my dreamsicle males, but we have decided that the orange dreamsicle is probably the one that sired the clutch. And the mom is orange dream, yellow belly, leopard, pied. So all of these are pied het lav.
Okay.
And there are various mixes of orange dream, yellow belly, and leopard. So we're still
super
kind of
Yeah, super.
Yeah, there's like 3 of these I think that we've decided are super OD, and I mean we've been kind of working on it, but I haven't really tagged them yet.
Yeah.
I don't ever worry about that till I put them in their hatchling tub, but I've kind of got a pretty good eye, and I've posted tons of. If you follow me on Instagram, there's tons of pictures of this clutch because I love to look at them.
Yeah.
And they're
Tyler, we were just talking about that before the show, what I need to be putting with my super OD females, and I said pied.
Mhm.
I want a super OD.
Yeah.
There's another one there.
Hey,
That
Glenn.
one's-
What's up, man?
What's up, Glenn? Oh yeah. Oops.
See how many I can get out at once. There's
Ooh. So how many babies you get out of that clutch?
6.
You plan on keeping a lot of them?
Actually, I don't. Actually, I don't think I'll keep any of these. These are probably all
Really?
going to be for sale. Yeah, I mean, I told you a while ago, I've got all those dreamsicle females. So
Yeah.
there was one snake in here that I hit all the genes.
Mhm.
Super OD, leopard, yellow belly, pied het lav. And I thought,
Yeah.
well, if that one's a female, I'm keeping that one. Well, guess what? That
Male.
one's a male. So
That's the one I need.
somebody needed a really powerful pied het lav male. I'm gonna have one. This is a really pretty snake right here. I really like the pattern in that one. Hard to hold 6 of these.
That one's real nice.
Anyway, that's a pretty cool clutch. I like that clutch a lot. And then, like I said, I had my other clutches that are out. I got that clutch that's out of the black axanthic male and the lav female. So they're all normals. And then I got the one that's got 4 pastels and the rest of them are normals, and they're triple het ultra male clown pied.
Ooh.
And I've still got one clutch of eggs to cut next week. And then I got, hopefully, I think I've got about 7 females right now that are, when they get to 30 millimeters, I just mark them gravid and leave them alone. So
Right.
Yeah.
I think I've got 7 right now. I'm gonna pull this girl right here out just because Holly said she likes the dark snakes. Because this is probably out of my dark snakes, this is probably my favorite. This is a blackhead leopard, double het lavender clown. So we're going for the dark grails here.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my,
She's a pretty girl.
Black
Yes,
and
she is.
leopard clowns are real nice, so just invert the colors are gonna be.
Yeah.
Sammy, hit me up. I have his phone number if you want to talk to him about those pieds. I'm sure he'd be glad to get a phone call.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, Bear, now I have to say this. I have to. I have to poke the bear here. So what are your thoughts on like the candy versus lavender stuff? Like with the colorations and
Well,
that fun stuff.
I'm a lavender guy, so
Yep.
I don't necessarily have anything against the candies, but
Yeah.
as you can see, I got a limited amount of space. Maybe not as limited as a lot of people do. I actually have room for one more rack in this room. I've got 9 racks in here now, and when it's full, I can house 700 snakes. But a lot of those are going to be hatchlings. I really designed this building to take care of about 50 to 60 breeding females, and then have room for all the hatchlings and grow outs and holdbacks and what have you. So and yeah, I don't know if you know, but I'm getting into the hog noses now too. If anybody's got interest in hog nose, so matter of fact, I actually just bought a hog nose on a Morph Market auction last night, sort of by accident. But anyway, it happens.
Finger slip.
Most of my hog nose stuff, I'm working in like Sunburst and my ties. That's most of it goes. And I've got some lavender stuff. I've got one Swiss chocolate female that's Posset albino, so she'll go to my one of the albino. I've got an Arctic electric, which is a double recessive. The electric is a pink pastel albino and albino combined, and then this male also is Arctic. So he's got one incomplete dominant gene and double recessive. and that's probably the one that Swiss chocolate Pasa albino is going to go to. And so I'll have, if everything goes good, I should have some hognose babies next fall.
Nice. How many hogs are you up to then?
Well, counting the one I bought last night, 17.
Okay.
So
nice. So
I'm gonna drag just one out. I'll show you my favorite.
Yeah. Yay.
It's fun to see hognoses getting a lot more popular now with they're probably the second most popular snake.
This microphone's picking up the washer machine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in front of that fan? You can hear that fan blowing, can't you?
Oh, the fan. Okay.
Yeah, I got that big fan down there at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, Mission Morphs.
This girl looks like she's got flames on her head.
Oh. She is cute. Now that's grown, right?
I love the bellies on these hognoses. You see that belly? She's a toffee het sable Arctic superconda, I think is what she is. I know she's a superconda because she doesn't have any pattern. Only when you get the superconda, it takes all the pattern out except for their head.
Now, is that one grown?
No, she's, I don't know, she's probably a little over 100 grams right now. And she's roughly a year old. So they need to be, say, 180-ish in size. And the guy that's kind of helping me out with these says a year and a half old before you brumate them. And then they're going to be in brumation for 3 months and then come out and breed. So they're going to be about 2 years old when they lay eggs. That's kind of what you're looking for.
Gotcha.
So that's why I say I'm all of the ones that I've got right now. The 16 were all they all hatched like between June and say August or September of last year. So most of them are just now turning a year old. So I'm looking at putting them into brumation, like in February. And then when they come out of brumation, they'll get paired up. And
Gotcha.
I've got 10 females and 6 males. And
hey, Carissa.
The one thing that's really different about the hognose is you have to have a lot more males. One to two, maybe two males to 3 females. That's kind of what you're looking for. Since Holly likes dark snakes, we'll see if she likes dark hognoses too. This is the Swiss chocolate.
Oh, yes. Look at that belly. It's black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
She's a good looking girl. And this, the Swiss chocolate is a hypomelanistic gene, kind of like sable. I've got some sable too. But,
I guess I know where my first hognose is coming from now.
I'm anxious to get some hognose babies.
They're cool to look at. I like the hognose stuff.
They're very crazy. When I first started getting hognoses, I had this one female that literally every time I opened her tub, she'd jump out on the floor. You couldn't open the tub and catch her. It was like as soon as that tub comes open, she just comes flying out there and she's in the floor.
God.
So anyway, they're interesting. I've got one right now that has taken up the habit of being a bulldozer, and like every morning when I open her tub, she's filled her water bowl with the substrate. Just literally fills it full to the point that she doesn't even have any water anymore. So anyway, it's crazy.
Yeah. I like my snakes fat and slow. If I were to get anything else, it'd have to be like a blood python or something. If I was to breed another species, it'd be like a short tail.
I just have to show this picture off real quick. Everybody that knows my little Avery is my heart, right? My little dog. This is her right now.
Wow.
Sleep on the computer desk, laying on my arm.
Wow.
Spoiled rotten thing.
Well, I got one more question. What would you, if you could have any other genetic into your collection, what would it be? And we'll just
Without
say-
money being an option.
Yes. Yeah.
Money's not an option ever.
Oh, listen to that.
If you
Woo!
want it
Big
bad,
baller right there.
if you want it bad enough, you'll spend the money. I'm
Big
a
baller.
firm believer in that subject. I don't know. I've got some triple hets that have got enhancer in them, and so that's kind of one that I'm trying to work into this too. So that probably would be one. Trying to think of some of the really crazy stuff. I don't know. You know, like I said, I'm trying to add hypo into it, and I really don't know where I'm going from there. I don't know. That's a good question.
So I got one for you. I got to ask my question. What's the dumbest thing somebody said to you after they found out you're a snake breeder?
Oh man, the dumbest thing. There's so many stupid people in the world, and it seems like I come in contact with a lot of them. But, you know, I think the thing is, people when I tell them I've got snakes, they think I just got them, roaming and loose in the house. And I think most people are really surprised when I pull up my phone and I show them a picture of this place. And I think that most of the really dumb questions stem from that. They just really can't comprehend. They think about 100 snakes, and even seriously, even a lot of people that own snakes that have them in fairly large enclosures. It kind of boggles their mind to think about having 100 or more, and so it and this is the only way I've ever kept them to speak of. The first snake I ever had that I paid money for, I was in high school, and it was a boa, and I kept it in an enclosure that I built out of plywood and plexiglass, and so. And my mom and dad were both terrified of snakes, and I've always been one of these that I figure it's just a whole lot easier to get forgiveness than permission. So I showed up one day with a 6-foot boa constrictor, and they kind of banished it to the. I had a little shop in the basement where I used to do a little work on. I used to build dune buggies and stuff like that. So they banished the snake to my workshop, and which was fine. It was heated and air conditioned and all that, so it was cool. Me and the snake could hang out down there. So, and I kept it until I went to college, and it was just kind of prohibitive to try to move and do everything I did while I was in college, so I ended up selling it. But I went a long time without having any snakes after that, and then, like I said, I got back in this thing. But I've always been that kid that when we're out playing in the yard and somebody sees a snake and everybody goes running and screaming, I go over there and pick it up and play with it. So that was always me. We were always out in the woods or in a creek somewhere, tramping around trying to turning over rocks trying to find critters. It didn't matter, snakes, frogs, lizards, whatever. And invariably I'd end up taking them home and keeping them for a while, and then I'd take them back and turn them loose. So yeah, that was kind of my childhood growing up. I was always turtles, man. I didn't know how many of them little box turtles I had when I was a kid. Always every time Dad got the car out of the garage, I had to check and be sure there wasn't a turtle under a tire, because they just kind of roamed around in the garage.
That's great.
Anyway,
Nice.
All right. Well, Tyler, you have any more questions or?
That is it for me. Thanks for hopping on, Bear. I mean,
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yes, sir.
Expect Sammy to give you a phone call. He loves
Good.
his pod stuff.
Good. I do too. And like I said, it's kind of like I had out of that same clutch that those Orange Dream Yellow Belly dreamsicles were out of. I had an Orange Dream Yellow Belly pied het lav, and she was a showstopper, man. I had her, you know, when she was in the display, everybody noticed her because she was just so bright orange, and I'd tell everybody the only reason that snake was even for sale is I had those 3 Orange Dream Yellow Belly dreamsicles at home, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one of them out just for the hell of it before y'all run me off.
Yeah. Ain't nobody running you off.
This is my favorite of the 4. So I've got 3 females and a male, all Orange Dream Yellow Belly dreamsicles. This happens to be my favorite.
That's clean.
So I can't wait to do something with these. They're
got it. Something nuts is going to those. Something crazy is going to those. How big are they now?
they're like around 500. We actually did full tub cleans yesterday, and I do that quarterly. And I weigh when I do tub cleans, and I think all of these were in the 500 to 600 gram range.
Gotcha.
I feed every week until they get to about 700 grams, and then when they get to about 650, 700, I switch to every other week. And so that clutch, none of them made the cut. So they're all still under 650. But
Gotcha.
Anyway, there
we go. All right. Well, everybody, we went ahead and moved the Reptile Lounge to Saturdays again. Just I think everybody has a little more time to come on then. So that's where we'll be Saturday. Thank you again for coming on, Bear.
Guys. Have a good night, Bear.
Thank you all for having me. Appreciate it.
See you this weekend.
Bye, y'all.